All right, we are back with another special episode, actually. All our episodes are special, though, aren't they?
They are.
They are. Oh, turn your volume down, dummy.
Look at there. Matt's got his volume correct.
The good thing, I was really just testing.
Working.
I was really just testing you to see if it's working. So when we get 16 comments in a row that says no audio, that I know they're lying. All right, so we are back with a very special episode. We have a couple really cool topics tonight. Actually, we don't really have a main topic.
We don't. I love these shows where we just kind of go off the cuff.
Yeah,
it's fun because you never know what you're gonna hear.
We're gonna wing it, and when we wing it, what we mean by that is first and foremost, the main, not main topic tonight is Christmas wish list. So if you're just now tuning in, if you got some friends, family members that are avid anglers that have a boat or even don't have a boat that are just love to fish in general, we're going to give you our top three. I'm going to give you three, and Brian's going to give you three, and we'll kind of jump around on the price ranges because, you know, some people want to spend $20 on somebody. Some maybe want to spend $500 on somebody. So it all depends on,
I guess, the $20 category.
You're in the $20 category?
I'm in the $20 category.
That's just for my gift, though. You probably spend a little more on, like, Allison and the kids and stuff, right? Yeah. Do you have a limit, by the way? Do you have a limit for, the family? Like, do you try to stay within the budget for the kids and stuff like that for Christmas?
Oh, yeah. They don't. I don't spend that much.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
Let me rephrase that. I don't. My wife does.
Yeah. So you don't actually.
I'm sure you're the same way. Do you know everything the girls are getting for Christmas?
No, Santa Claus brings it.
I know, but Matt doesn't know.
Oh, no, I absolutely don't know.
I don't either.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really know how much money my wife's spending on the kids for
It's
Christmas.
always a pleasant surprise.
It is.
All right, so we're going to jump right in. We're going to start off by reminding everybody this show, which has been, I know it's been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks.
Thrift's been traveling a little bit. He had a team event down in Texas.
Yeah, we had a cup in Texas. And
that's not going to, when's that going to air, by the way?
I don't know when that one will air.
And this is top secret, right?
Yeah, it's one. It's like television only, so we can't tell, where we were at, how we finished, how we caught them, nothing like that.
I didn't spoil it by saying you were in Texas,
No.
did I? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't say it, so I'm released of it.
Correct. Well, I mean, I think guys were posting that they were like in Texas for a team. I mean, Texas is a big state, right?
I think that's fine.
There's like 4,782 fisheries in Texas that you could have been at.
Maybe more than
that.
Yeah, maybe more than that.
All right, so Thrift was at a team event. We are back. We're back in studio together, which I know it's been a few and far between this year. We apologize for that, but
yeah, hopefully next year we're gonna get it together a little. Like maybe our schedules will line up a little better where we.
No, you know that's probably not true.
It's probably not, but that's why I said maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But we are both. Do you have any more events this year?
I have one more event.
I see. It's Thrift that keeps ruining it. Thrift. No. So when is that next event, by the way?
It is in December.
Is that a cup event?
Yes.
So it's the top secret event.
Yes, but I don't even know if you're supposed to know that I've made it to that one. So.
You don't know if I'm supposed to know that you have another cup event.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
But look,
I'm going to be gone.
If they don't know where it is and they don't know, like, the outcome, they don't, I think you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
All right. So we are, Jay Harrell, thanks. First time tuning in there.
And actually, I may be going hunting too, for one.
I'm actually going to be going for one hunting, believe it or not. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I've hunted less this year than I've ever hunted. But that's because of
because every time you go, you kill something.
What's going on behind my?
Somebody stole your $125K check.
Where'd all the other checks go?
They're over there in the corner.
Oh,
why'd you take them down?
Too.
The wind took them down.
The wind blew them down. Yeah, the
Are
wind
you
blew
serious?
them down.
Like I thought you were being funny.
We had the door open and it blew them all down.
The wind hadn't blown in like 4 days.
Y'all had a mini earthquake in here.
When the tropical storm came through, it ended up.
Oh, that's
Did everybody catch that? When the tropical storm came through,
that's been like
it
a month ago.
blew all the checks inside down. Oh, yeah, that's true. We hadn't had a show in a month. Jeff said that happened a month ago.
That's very true.
All right, so we'll again, this show is presented by English Choice. Could not do this without English Choice.
That's right. Ooh, and you know what? Speaking of English Choice, I just seen a post they put up on Instagram. Got a brand new full lineup of the new Ranger aluminum boats.
Oh, they just came
Fully stocked.
in.
Yep.
hot out of the
Looks good.
factory, ready to rock.
Let me pull it up and find it, and I'll get some details.
That's not on our Christmas wish list, but if you really, really love somebody in your family, you could get
They
them a
would
Ranger
much
boat.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you
I'm
get them a
sure.
Ranger boat. But really, check out all their locations, y'all. It's Martinsville, Virginia, Lexington, North Carolina, and Spindale, North Carolina. Take good care of you, good people. Take good care of you after the sale also. And our giveaway tonight, by the way, we have a trivia question at the end of the show, like always, but our giveaway includes a hard-to-find, hard-to-get bottle of bait fuel. Is it just one bottle, Ryan?
Oh no! So yes, I'm looking at this post. Good gracious, they got a lot of Ranger aluminum boats. That looks good. But anyways, Angler's Choice has got a lot of aluminum boats that look really, really good. So the bait fuel, we are doing a bait fuel on the giveaway today, and the winner will just give us their address, and the American Bait Works is going to send some bait fuel. I think they're also going to throw in some of the new STH baits that have the bait fuel already in the actual plastics.
So some bait fuel infused soft plastics.
Yeah, bait fuel infused soft plastics and bait fuel. I don't know the dollar value of a total package, but I know coming from American Bait Works and how they usually do, it's probably going to be pretty substantial.
I would imagine it'd be.
It's going to be a very nice package.
Yeah, it's going to be a great package. And because it's a time for giving, right?
Right.
We're going to throw in one of the brand new Angler's Choice heavy duty lay-in bags, Mercury on the back, Angler's Choice on the front. So you're looking at a giveaway tonight of well over $100, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I would say for sure that.
And that will be at the end of the show, as always. So be sure to stay on until all the way at the end of the show. We're going to hit you with a trivia question. No, I'm not going to give away the answer. And
He might.
And some
He says he's not. He still might.
Somebody will walk away with this goodie bag from our great sponsors. But we, like Brian said, you send a message to our Facebook page with your address. Don't forget, shoot us a message with your shipping information, and we'll get that sent out to you ASAP, hopefully in time for Christmas. And if you could do like I do sometimes. You could just re-gift it if you're not going to use it.
That's true. But
I'm pretty sure everybody's going to use the bait fuel in the bag.
Who's going to re-gift bait fuel in a weigh bag?
That's a good point. It's a good
I mean,
point.
especially, that's a good quality weigh bag.
Oh, yeah. That'll last you
And
forever.
I'm looking forward because this is going to be the first winter that we've had the bait fuel with the Demiki rig and the forward-facing sonar.
Lord have
That's
mercy.
going to be some good stuff right there. I'm looking forward to that.
That's it's gonna be bad news for some bass out there.
Yes,
I can
it
promise
is.
you that. All right, so let's before we're gonna take questions tonight because this is kind of a free for all. We're gonna take questions all show. I'll try to go through the questions as fast as we can and get to everybody. But go ahead and start shooting in your questions as we speak. Can be about fall fishing, wintertime fishing, Christmas present ideas. We're gonna give you some of those here in just a minute, or whatever. We're just chit chatting it up tonight, so it's a free for all. We have a good time with this. We're gonna talk about our Thanksgiving traditions here in a little bit, what Thrift does, what I do, and we want to hear from y'all too. We want to hear what y'all's Thanksgiving traditions are. We want to hear how many of y'all actually deer hunt on Thanksgiving morning out there, because we know there's a lot more than we'll actually admit it, I bet.
Oh, yeah. You got to.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so top three. We're going to give you our top three. We'll bounce back and forth. You do one, I'll do one. You do one, I'll do one.
All right.
Christmas present ideas for that special angler in your family. And these aren't all like Black Friday specials, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'll throw a teaser
Well,
out
I
there.
thought they were Black Friday specials. That's what you told me before the show.
Two of the three that I have are,
Okay.
how many of yours are?
Well, all of them were.
Okay. Well, no, they can all be Black Friday. I mean, I'm sure the viewers would rather have Black Friday specials, right? Anytime you can get a discount on something. But
Yeah, that's true.
Two of the three are going to be TH Marine products, and I want y'all to remember this. I'm going to go ahead and say the code because the code is BAIT20. I threw it up on my story. A lot of the pros are putting it out there, but it's BAIT20, and it is 20% off store-wide all the way through. Oh, shoot.
The 27th.
Yeah, the 27th. Thank you, Thrift. I was going to say through Friday, but that's through.
Let me make sure I'm telling you right.
Now this is on T. There's so many Black Friday sales going
I
on
know.
right now that there's a lot of
I'm
end
pretty
dates.
sure I saw the 27th.
27th. All right, so we're going to go with the 27th. Regardless, if there's something that you want, something you want to jump on, we'll talk about that here shortly, Warren. He wants to know our thoughts on the Hydrowave. But I'll start, and I'm going to throw one out there. This is going to be a TH Marine product. I'm going to start on the high end, and I'm going to work down, okay? Price-wise. When I say high end, I'm talking about price. A TH Marine product right now that you can get 20% off of with that code BAIT20 is the Gator Guards Kill Shield. It's amazing how many people out there, how many friends that you have, family members that you have that might own boats, whether it's aluminum, fiberglass, whatever, maybe even an inshore saltwater boat, maybe a Ranger bass boat, whatever it is, that don't have kill guards on them, some type of kill shield on them. The good thing about the Gator Guards Kill Shield is it's one of the few out there that's easy to install yourself. You don't have to have it professionally installed. There's good YouTube videos out there on how to install them. You get the 20% discount right now on the Black Friday sale. Comes in a multitude of colors. It fits all the way up from like 16 or 17 foot boats all the way up to 20-something foot boats in the mid-20s. And it is a product that is still made in the U.S., 100% made in the U.S. So that is a cool TH product, I think, and they're reasonably, they're very reasonable. I mean, they're less than $200.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing worse than pulling up on a bank.
Oh, and hearing that sound,
and hearing that, the fiberglass on the rocks.
and it looks like a nice sandy bank, but there's one rock.
Yeah, there's always one rock.
That's right.
Always one rock.
But the Kill Shield, the Gator Guards Kill Shield from TH Marine, get it now at a good discount. And that's what I run on my boat. I don't know. You run a Kill Shield on your boat. Brian runs a Gator Guards Kill Shield on his boat.
I think.
You think?
Are there several brands?
There's a lot of different brands out there, but there's only one that I know of that's U.S. made that makes it in a multitude of colors.
I think that's what I have. I don't know.
Regardless, you need a kill protector, okay?
Yes.
But yeah, so a Gator Guards Kill Shield would be my number one, working from most expensive down to the least expensive. What's your number one, Brian?
My number one is actually going to be one of my Fitzgerald Signature Series rods. And the rod it's going to be, just based on the time of year, is my 6.6 jerkbait crankbait rod. It's a 6.6 medium heavy action. Retail on it's $189. But likewise, Fitzgerald has a Black Friday sale going on through November the 30th on the Fitzgerald Fishing website. You can go on there. Any rod comes with a free rod sock with the purchase, and there's also a code to get 20% off. It is BF20. I'm pretty sure. Let me check and make sure.
BF?
BF, as in big fish.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's
Big
not
Fish
Brian
20,
Thrift.
but I think it actually stands for Black Friday. But I'm going to call it Big Fish 20. So
Big Fish 20.
Big Fish 20. So when you go to the Fitzgerald Fishing website, get in, put your order in, enter that code BF20 when you check out, you'll get 20% off. But that 6.6 jerkbait crankbait rod is a really, really good rod throwing a jerkbait. If you watched the Red Crest last year from Grand Lake, I was leading at the end of the first period on the championship round, catching them all on that 6.6 jerkbait rod. And it's a pretty neat little rod because when you're throwing a jerkbait, you want a rod that's a little bit shorter so you don't overwork the bait. You're not jerking it too far in that cold water when the fish are a little more lethargic and the shad are a little more lethargic. So it makes it easier to work that bait correctly by having a rod that's a little bit shorter and designed with the right tip action to make that bait dart and look like a wounded shad. So that is my number one.
And you don't work yourself to death with a little bit smaller rod.
You don't work yourself to death.
Anybody knows throwing a jerkbait all day can be pretty trying. So
That is very true.
all right, I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and instead of jumping right into my second product, out of respect for our viewers, so I don't have to start backing up on questions, I'm going to throw in some questions too.
Let's do it.
I'm going to answer a few questions.
We got a whole hour worth of Let's Talk Fish.
That's right. All right. No, Scott. Will Matt go on the next Amazon trip with Hollywood? I'm out. I don't know if y'all saw the viral video of Billy getting hooked, not once, but twice when he
No, I didn't see it.
It was like, it was all over
hooked
TikTok. Tyler's seen it. Actually, the guide.
Really?
The second time.
Back to cast?
Yes.
Oh,
so
God.
like these big
Ooh.
giant peacocks start blowing up over here, and the guide goes, "Oh, it was bad." And right here, right
Ooh,
here.
Billy didn't tell me about that.
So this video's everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's on TikTok. McCoy's got it posted on his social media. Billy got a bass. We all love him, but he took a beating on that trip,
Oh,
and I
my
just
God.
don't want to take that beating.
No.
And honestly, like
Especially not on the Amazon. Like I might would be a little more open to it here in the USA.
at Moss Lake.
At Moss Lake. Like if Matt hit me in the back of the head with a buzzbait on Moss,
Have I not done that before?
you probably have, but the
It
hook
didn't
hadn't
stick,
stuck
yeah.
in me. Like
I'll
I'd
try harder
probably
next
deal
time.
with that a little better than getting stuck in the head with something Amazon.
They did have a good trip when they went down there. I know they had
I
a lot
bet
of
that
fun.
is fun.
But an Amazon trip, man, I'm
They
I'm
got
out.
peacocks in the Everglades now. We can just go down there and catch them.
Yeah, but they're not like the Amazon, like 15, 20 pounders.
No.
They're like 3
no.
to 5 pounders.
Well, just catch them on like ultralight.
True.
Same thing.
True. Yeah. I want to throw one of them top waters that's about as long as your arm though, like the big wood choppers and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that would be fun.
And then just have like a 15-pound peacock blow it out of the water.
That
They
would
didn't
be
really
fun.
catch it. You know,
That
they
would
went
be
down
fun.
there and spent a lot of time. They didn't really. Scott's got it on his YouTube channel, but they never really caught any like what the Amazon's really known for. They
Right.
caught a lot of like 6, 7, 8 pounders. But
Right.
there were certain places.
I wonder if it's like everywhere else. Has pressure gotten to it too?
Well, there were certain places that the guides wanted to access, and because there was like some kind of crazy, wacky crime scene up this river cut through. Yeah, like no, like it was.
I'm not
it was,
going to the Amazon.
It was
That-
crazy,
for
dude.
that
Like,
reason,
it
for
was
that
like
reason.
like somebody got raped or something. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, they had shut down this access.
Oh, my
Now, I
God.
don't know if that's exact. That's
Yeah,
just what
like-
Billy and
but it
and
was something
Upshaw-
bad.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
bad. Like they couldn't access this waterway and get to where the giant peacocks were biting or whatever. But
Right.
they still had a good trip. Still caught a lot of really nice fish. But
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to the Amazon.
that'd just be one of the many
that and
reasons.
like
yeah.
jaguars. They got a lot of jaguars too.
Jaguars live in Amazon.
I think that's what's in South America. Yeah,
Okay.
I know they got to have a lot of animals that'll eat you.
Yeah.
That's
South America's crocodiles, not alligators either, right? Like it's like the.
I have no idea.
You know what the difference is?
Caimans maybe.
Yeah. Caimans are small. They're not.
They'll still eat you.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Caimans.
Yeah.
Here comes Tyler with the king of useless knowledge over here. Like, yeah, it's Caimans, y'all. South Africa's
Well, that's
Caimans.
what I said.
Not croc. I don't have no idea. I've never been there. All right, so let's
Tyler's
see.
just sickening me.
All right, couple more questions, then I'll go to my number 2 on the Christmas wish list. Water temp is 60 or less now on Lake Norman. What are you targeting and what are you throwing?
Ooh.
Man, I tell you what, to me, like that low 50s is like crankbait time.
I doubt it's in the low 50s. I'm going to say it's in the upper 50s still.
It probably is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We've had some like 29, 30 degree nights. A
Yeah,
lot of
that's-
them.
that's very true.
And the
That's
highs
very-
have been in the low 50s.
Yeah, that's true.
So it might be-
very well could be down in the mid 50s.
So let's just say it's in that weird like 56 to 59.
Right.
What do you say?
That's when you can catch them on a hodgepodge of stuff. Like one of my favorite
True.
things to do is kind of weather dependent. If you get a cloudy, windy day with maybe a little rain, doesn't have to be raining, but if you've got that wind, you can catch them really good burning a spinnerbait. Like I throw the 3/4 ounce Demiki TOT spinnerbait and just wind it as fast as I can on 20-pound P-line fluorocarbon. And you want that spinnerbait no more than
Visible.
that from the surface. Yeah, you want to be able to see that spinnerbait on the whole cast, and you're just winding it as fast as you can, twitching the rod, just making it look like a shad fleeing right under the surface. And it's so funny because those spots they'll see it from so far away and hit it moving so fast, you'll almost see the spinnerbait disappear or see it jump to the side before you ever feel a bite. Like it's pretty fun. It's a fun bite.
Yeah, I don't care if those spots are a pound and a half. It's still fun to catch them on that
it
spinnerbait.
is. Like you just wind that spinnerbait along, you're looking at it, and all of a sudden the spinnerbait just disappears.
Yeah, that's right. And Zach Miller had a good point. Zach, a good tip. This is something that's kind of like, man, it's kind of flown by the wayside a little bit. But I used to catch them. Actually, me and a buddy Les Doolin finished in the top 10 in that Special Olympics tournament years ago. It's been years ago, and we caught them all on a fluke.
Oh yeah.
And it's November, and it had gotten cold, and the fluke was it was a killer, man. We caught them all day long on that fluke.
And the cool thing about that fluke is, like, those fish were probably biting topwater a couple weeks ago, and that water temp gets down, they kind of get funky, and they don't want to bite on top, but the fish are still there. That's that fluke's catching those same fish.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Thoughts on the hydrowave? I'm gonna hit that question real quick, then I'm gonna go to my number 2 on the wish list. The hydrowave, we've talked about this on the show, I know, multiple times, but the hydrowave can get you some bites, but to me, it's very conditional, very situational. It's not something I turn on and run all day. It's something that I turn on in specific situations, especially dealing with schooling fish when they become inactive, in a pad field when it's just everything's just dead. You're trying to create some activity, some curiosity with the bait fish, trying to stir up the bait fish. You're trying to it works especially well on smallmouth. Like smallmouth are just curious in general, and I have literally turned that thing on before and watched fish actually gravitate to it. Not necessarily largemouth, but I've watched fish gravitate to that hydro wave and been able to catch a few of them because of it. There again, I do think fish get conditioned to stuff just like anything else in the wild. Well, deer, we know how well deer can get conditioned to stuff, but I do think they get conditioned to stuff, so I don't overuse it, but I do use it in specific situations. It is the real deal, but you just got to understand it's not just a cure-all either. So you got anything to add to that?
No, I agree with everything you said. To me, it seems like it works best on a group of fish, like Matt said. I don't like to fool with it as much if I'm targeting single fish on the Humminbird Mega Live or something like that. But, if I'm ledge fishing or schooling fish, like anytime there's a group of fish and you're catching them and they go inactive, I have seen it get you a couple more bites. So, yes, it is a tool that is very important and has a place on the boat. But like Matt said, it's not something you're going to use every time. It's like any other bait. Like you're not going to catch them on the same bait every time you go fishing, but there's certain scenarios where that one particular bait shines, and that's kind of the same way with that hydro wave. There's certain areas, certain situations where it really shines.
Chris Anello said, Brian, your bass cave's amazing. You're a tackle junkie.
Thank you, Chris.
He wants to have a setup like that someday. He said he wants to hear more about the crankbaits and the baby oil. Now, if I'm not mistaken, one of our previous shows, you spilt that, didn't you? Or was that might have been in a Bass University deal. That was a Bass University deal. So
me and Jeff shot a video on it about, 4 years ago that we were supposed to do something with. And
well, that video, we still have it. We need, that takes a while to kind of dive into, but we have.
Well, you know what? I think that's a good topic for a show. Like we need to do a lure modification
Lure
show.
tweaking.
Lure tweaking
Lure
and
improvements.
modification
Come
show.
up with 3 or 4 improvements a piece and give up the goods.
Chris, you just gave us a show title.
Ooh, that might be an expensive show.
Yeah.
Depends on the tweaks. Some of these guys out here might get mad at us for saying, they're not, they probably know about a few of them, and then they
Right, that's very true.
I mean, they might have watched
that would be a really good show.
Absolutely. We've never done that.
So we're going to do that, Chris.
125,
Next show
130
we
shows.
do will be a lure tweaking and modification show.
All right, Scott, I'll answer that question.
Don't know when that's going to be, but
he wants to know how you'll do with a 5-fish limit. He says he predicts very well. Well, Scott, did you follow Brian's career before he went to the all fish counts deal? He did pretty solid. He's pretty solid. I think he'll do just fine. Spill all the juice. But, oh Lord!
the next comment is, "Well, that's funny, Jamie."
And it even goes well with his name.
Yes, it does.
Jamie Juice Newton. Love it. Love it.
That's awesome.
New is New's a special individual. So we can leave it that. He's a special individual. Let's all right, number two, Christmas wish list number 2.
All right.
For me, I'm gonna go with it's a Lunker Hunt product, and Lunker Hunt has a Black Friday sale. It is 25% off store-wide, any product on the website. And, excuse me, I'm going to go with the Glitch Blade just because it's something new. It's been a while since the industry's seen a bait that actually doesn't exist because there's so many
That is true. That's
reproductions out there.
Yeah, it seems like somebody makes something and it gets hot, and then like every other company just starts making it.
You know what Brian New just texted me?
What?
Easy what you say, you never know who's watching. Is that a threat, New?
That is a threat.
But it is the Glitch Blade. So if you have not...
You know what he's going to do?
What?
You're going to get up one
He's going to
morning.
bring some baby oil to the next show.
And you're going to get up one morning at an event and go to get on your boat, and he's going to squirt like some baby oil on the step of your boat.
And I'm gonna go head first in the lake. Just do it when it's warm, New, if you're gonna do that.
You got to do that, New, but like set it up where you can video it, because I do want to see that.
All right. I lost where the Glitch Blade. I'm so shaking now that New texts me and threatened
He
me.
threw him off. Hey, that was his goal. He did what he wanted
He
to
did.
do. He got
Yeah.
inside your head.
Yeah, he's excited now. He's at home just giggling like a little old teenager. All right. The Glitch Blade, which, again, everything on the Lunker Hunt website, 25% off Black Friday sale. It is the Glitch Blade. It's a hybrid crankbait. If you hadn't seen it, check it out. Go to lunkerhunt.com and check out the new Glitch Blade. But that would be a really cool stocking stuffer for that special angler in your family. And again, they just recently became available, and it's something new. It's something different. It's a crankbait. It's a little square bill. Half of it is a regular style square bill. Half of it's actually a blade style bait. Has a really unique knock.
I think I've seen a picture of that.
It has a
did
really
look
unique
pretty
knock.
cool.
So if you take that thing and you've heard it in the water, it sounds different than any other crankbait out there, right? So kind of a neat deal. It'd be something neat to try, and I think it's going to shine. They got a gold one that I'm really excited about throwing over grass in Florida.
Yeah, that could be really good.
You know, it's going to be one of those things that
and fish love something different.
right.
They really do.
I mean, this day and age, I mean, I think you'll agree, the fish become so educated so fast because they get so much pressure because they can't hide anymore.
Right, exactly.
You have to come up with a different application to trigger these fish because it's like, you know, back 15 years ago when we first started fishing, it's been about that long, like professionally, 13, 14 years.
Yeah, we started in 2007.
Yeah, 07. You know, you could get on a ledge or something like that, and you could actually catch like 10 in a row on the same bait.
Yeah.
Like now it's like you catch 2 in a row on the same bait, and you need to try something different. You
Right.
know? You got to keep rotating through baits.
I remember Kentucky Lake the first time we went there. You could catch them for hours on the same bait.
Right, yeah. Yep. Now I don't even know if there's any bass left in Kentucky Lake.
I don't know either.
Kind of a sad story over there with the. All right. Oh, here's a good question. Tyler might be able to answer this. Chris wants to know if there's any Lunker Text holiday packages this season. He still wants the golden ticket. So I remember last year we did a Lunker Text special edition like Christmas box. Anything in the works for that, Tyler? Oh, Jeff just piped
We
in
heard Jeff.
from
He perked the
yonder.
ears up. He's like, ooh, money. Let me come in there.
All he went was cha-ching. No, I'm just kidding. Lunker Text holiday gift box ideas, and we're going to have one this year. Is there going to be? Potentially. Okay. So, all right. So be on the lookout, Chris, for a potential special Lunker Text holiday package. He said he still wants that golden ticket. What did the golden tickets go for last year? What did they apply to? What was the whole gig behind the golden ticket? I can't even remember. Jeff?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nobody can remember.
Apparently there was a golden ticket.
Like a free trip with Thrift on any lake of their choice or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, we'll do that.
No, we had a holiday box last year. Yeah, it was.
Was that like Willy Wonka? Did you invite 7 people over to tour of the Lunker Text warehouse?
Remember, because we signed some special cards to people and like. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Hollywood had to sign 500 cards and mail them back. He probably wasn't happy about that. No, he was good. All right, so I've got 1 and 2. My number 2 was the Glitch Blade from Lunker Hunt. Again, they got 25% off store-wide for their Black Friday sale. Thrift started with one of his signature rods, and we're going to go over to Thrift's number 2 on his wish list.
My number 2 is going to be a gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse. Because that's what guys like. We get a gift card, we can go buy what we want.
That is true.
Like that's what I always wanted was, like give me a gift card because I want to go see what's there. I want to go browse around. It's kind of like a woman going to shop for shoes. Like we go in a Sportsman's Warehouse, we can look at hunting stuff, we can look at fishing stuff, look at camping stuff, look at clothes. They got a little bit of everything. So that would be my number 2. And plus, they have got some awesome Black Friday sales that are coming up. They haven't released them yet, but I did reach out to them yesterday to kind of get some media stuff on it to start putting the word out, and they're getting back with me on that. So that would be my thing, was Sportsman's Warehouse gift card.
All right, yeah, and he's right. Like, when in doubt, just go with the gift card.
Yeah.
Like if you run into a dead end, just go with the gift card. Because I mean, I think women
especially if you've
look at
got
that a
a
little
fisherman
different.
or an outdoorsman. We won't just go with fisherman, but an outdoorsman, and they've been doing it for a while. Like if it's someone in our age realm, like someone over 30, they've probably got a little bit of
40.
every. I know, but I'm just saying 30 and up. They've had a lot of experience fishing and hunting and things like that, and they've probably bought a lot of the stuff they need already. So you might be getting them something they're doubled up on. So if you get them a gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse, they can go get something they need. And that's
True.
That's
And
the thing.
the other thing is, if you're like, thinking about like a new pair of hunting boots or some clothing
yeah,
or something,
size.
and you don't know their size, you go with the gift card. Again, you go with the gift card. All right, so my number three on the Christmas wish list, and these are like the Glitch Blade, and this is, I'm kind of going down on price, but you can get a surplus of these, is I've got a new signature swim bait head out. It's a new Finesse swim bait head from Pulse Fish Lures. If you have not checked it out, be sure to check it out. Just became available to the public like a couple weeks ago, and we've got them in a quarter, 3/8, and ½ ounce sizes. It's hard to find the heavier, like the ½ ounce sizes in a Finesse swim bait head with a light wire Gamakatsu hook, but we have that. We've got a sweet little spring lock on there, super high quality head. It's kind of a guppy style head. It's a little bit larger on the bottom, super lifelike paint schemes. Pretty much the proven colors that we had in the past with Pulse Fish Lures, with the albino and the Tennessee shad and things like that, the pearl. But yeah, check those out. Go to pulsefishlures.com. Check those out. Everybody needs a good swim bait head, especially a Finesse swim bait head. It seems like this day and age, smaller offerings seem to be more and more popular.
Yeah, especially with the, all the forward-facing.
Yeah, with the forward-facing sonar. And this head can also, it's a dual-purpose head. You can use it not just for cast and retrieve style, like paddle style swim baits and things like that, but you'll be able to use it Damiki rigging and things like that too. So that's what's nice about that heavier head with a light wire hook. There's not a lot of those on the market.
No, there's really not.
So, it's hard to find a ½ ounce head, which a 3/8 and ½ ounce, I'd say, would be my two go-to sizes for
Yeah,
Damiki
but even
rigging.
most companies that have those, like you say, it's a heavier wire hook.
That's right.
That you're
Yep.
going to be needing to throw 12 or 15 pound line.
Right,
on.
and these
So-
are two light wire gammies,
Yeah.
which to me is my preference for Damiki rigging and things like that, which will be very popular in the coming months.
Oh, yeah.
So that is my number 3, and I'm still going to jump in here to these questions, y'all. Just give us just a second. Actually, we'll mix in questions. We've been doing that anyway.
Yeah, we might as well. We got
Vince.
time.
Vince wants to know what's your preferred punching rod
Ooh,
in
my
your Fitzgerald
favorite
lineup.
Fitzgerald punching rod is the 7/8 Titan. So the Titan, it's a little pricey, but it is the best flipping rod I've ever put in my hands. The balance on it's amazing. It's a 7/8 heavy action, and it's just amazing to pick up a rod that's over 7.5 feet long and just feel how well balanced it is, especially when you put a reel on it. And I'm not known as a puncher. Like, I don't really care for it that much. For me to go punch grass, it's got to be the only option. And if you watch the Cup down in Florida we had last year, it's already aired. I think it was maybe the Summit Cup or something like that. I ended up finishing second, and I caught all my fish punching in the championship round, and I probably caught 20 or 25 bass, and I'm just dragging 4-pounders and wads of grass. And it's amazing the beating that rod can take when you're punching, and you don't have to worry about it failing you. Really sensitive, you can feel those light bites. So that 7/8 heavy Titan, that's the deal right there.
And you're a 65-pound TCB braid guy.
Yeah, 65 pound TCB X braid.
That's
And,
P-line, if anybody's wondering.
And my favorite little punching bait is the 4-inch Damiki air crawl. It's amazing how good that thing goes through mats. And what I really like about it is that it's got, there's a lot of just straight leg crawl baits that are designed for punching, but this thing actually has air pockets in it. So when you're having to yo-yo or let that bait sit to get bites, the claws are actually standing up. So when you let that bait fall to the bottom with that 1.5 ounce weight, it's going to bury up in the muck, and the bait's just going to bury up in the muck. But those air claws will actually stand that bait up. So your bait's actually standing up and out away from that hook when you drop it in that mat vertically. It's a pretty unique deal, but it gets a lot of bites.
Kyle, the keeper on the PJ is not a spring keeper. It's actually a wire keeper, and the Finesse swim bait head is actually a spring lock keeper. Scott wanted to know if Hollywood or McCoy is the better prankster in the house. I'm going to say Hollywood is, just because he's a little bit more calculated. McCoy's too predictable. And McCoy can't hide anything. If there's a prank coming from McCoy, You know it before
He's
it
over in the
happens.
corner
Yeah, he's
giggling.
like giggling like a little,
That's
he-
the way Cooper is.
Yeah, so if Cooper does something,
Oh,
Cooper's
yeah.
Brian's youngest boy. So
Yeah.
So he's probably along the same maturity lines as McCoy. So how old is he? 3, 4, 4. Yeah, that's about equal to McCoy. I love you, McCoy, but
Yeah.
come on, man.
Cooper will do that. He'll do something silly, and then he'll be over there giggling the whole time watching you. And like he'll say, I tricked you before you even figured the trick out.
You just here's the key to staying in that house throughout the season. You know the pranks are coming, right? You know they're coming eventually from multiple angles. If you see the camera rolling, look out. I mean, the camera's always rolling, but if it's like nonchalantly, like what you'll see it sitting over there where Brian's sundrop is, angled at the door when you walk in.
Yeah.
And if you see that sucker angled at the door when you walk in, get ready. Or if it's angled like we're sitting here eating dinner and McCoy just turns the camera towards Tyler, like it is right there, like the bait fuel's facing you, you better get ready. So because they're not going to prank you if they can't get good footage.
Yeah,
right?
they want it on film.
It's going to be on the show. So that's like when we did, McCoy had if anybody's seen this Scott Martin episode, it was the best prank ever. Canterbury was drinking a Mick Ultra in a can, and I'll never forget it because we had some hot pepper. It was concentrate, like $65 for a bottle this big.
See, I'd be ready to fight if y'all done that to me.
Canterbury, they just put it around. He went to the bathroom, and McCoy just put it around the rim of his. I mean, you couldn't even see it. He put so little of it on there, but it was like 100% concentrate, right? Canterbury.
Oh yeah, we'd be fighting.
Canterbury sat down and he took it and he took him a sip. And I cut and I sat beside him, so I was like, probably the first one's going to get hit. He started swinging. Canterbury's a big boy, and I looked at him, and he started licking. He started doing that, and he didn't know who to look at, and he's like, "You're an asshole." Excuse my French, but that's what he said. And McCoy,
I'd be ready to fight.
like to my point a minute ago, though, he sits down and McCoy's like half giggling, like before he ever takes a
Scott's
sip.
being quiet, so he.
Scott's ready. Scott's like posted up, and the camera's sitting in the middle of a bunch of appetizers facing Scott, so he didn't see it. It was like the camera was camouflaged.
Yeah.
And so it was a good setup, and it's on one of the shows. We were at Lake Fork, whatever last year I believe it was, but
That'd be bad.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty mean, is what it was. But, but yeah, I'd say Scott's the better prankster. McCoy just gives it away too quickly. Where are we at? You've done 2. I've done 2.
Yeah.
I know. I just finished my third.
You just finished your third.
Just finished my third. So we're going to number 3 for thrift.
Number 3 for Brian. That's kind of hard. I'm trying to think of a third one. Something.
You had one picked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember what it was?
I'm trying to remember.
I'll give
I
you.
thought I had 3.
It was from TH.
Oh yeah.
Because of their Black Friday sale.
Yeah, because of the Black Friday sale. That's right. And I was kind of wanting to play on the whole outdoorsman theme like the last one for Sportsman's Warehouse. But this one is, obviously for your fishermen from TH Marine. It's the new Gen 2 G-Force culling system. Totally revamped. They've got new clips. They've got the new balance beam. And anybody that's fishing in 5-fish limit tournament, that's a necessity. You've got to have this just as far as fish management. And the cool thing about these clips are it's not stressful on the fish in the live well. So it's not holding their jaws open. It's not making them roll over on their side. It's as natural as it can be while you can still identify which fish you need to cull. So that new Gen 2 culling system from TH Marine is my number 3 pick.
Yeah, and if y'all haven't, like Brian said, if you hadn't seen the new culling system, it's got some improvements and some nice upgrades to it. It'll definitely be in my boat this year. And again, it's a great gift for that fellow angler in your family. Those are our top 3. So
Especially beginners. That's something not a lot of people think about for like your high school and college kids.
Yeah.
Like, everybody focuses on getting the lures and the line and the rods and things like that. But that's a necessity, just like, something to catch the fish with. So think about that for your younger kids and people that are just getting started into tournament bass fishing, your high school anglers and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of, and not just what we mentioned, but a lot. TH has an app, just a ton of good boating accessories, tournament accessories, all kinds of different little gadgets and cool items that you can, the Hydrowave, locker bars, two-way boat alarms, the Cool Tracks pads, all kinds of stuff, y'all. So go check them out. There's a lot of little goodies on there that you could get for that special angler in your family, especially if they're a boat owner. I guarantee you'll find plenty of stuff. They also have a big sale on a lot of their boat lighting on their website now
a lot
too.
of the LED lights.
Yep. You said college and high school anglers, and that reminded me I need to give a special shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Because the CCBA, which is the Cleveland County Bass Anglers, they have a Facebook page if anybody would care to jump on and follow along. But that is the club. What?
And an Instagram.
And an Instagram. Oh, they have an Instagram page now? When was that
I did
started?
not know that.
They've had it.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to follow the CCBA Instagram page. I didn't know they had an Instagram page also. So Cleveland County
I've
Bass
got one
Anglers.
too, Matt. I don't think you follow
I do
me.
follow you.
You do.
Come on, man. Come on.
Making sure. Keep you on your toes.
No. So CCBA, great tournament at the Riley's Cup, which was on Lake Norman, which
Yeah.
was their third and final event for this season for the high school and junior division. They had a top 10 from the team of Gavin Martin and Landon Hull. Congratulations to those guys on a 7th place finish. Now, there's over 100 teams in this tournament, too. So, Bentley Black, who came off a 1st place finish at Lake James, I know he stumbled a little bit at High Rock, but he came back strong with a 2nd place finish, which is pretty unheard of. That's his first 3 events in the junior
that's pretty
division.
solid.
Finished 1st, not sure where he finished at High Rock, and then 2nd at the final
if
event.
you got a 1st and 2nd out of 3 events, that's pretty strong.
I take a 1st and 2nd out of 3 events
I
on the
would
elites,
too.
wouldn't you?
I would too.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. Bentley, Gavin, Landon, the whole team, guys, we're very proud of y'all. You're representing the county and all the schools around here very well, and we appreciate that. And hey, it's a lot to look forward to. They're coming off of a lot of momentum in the fall, and they got a big spring season coming up. So
Yep.
I think they pick back up in March. Is it March of 2023? I believe it's March.
In the spring, and that finishes the season for this.
That's pretty cool.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wish our season was like that. I
You
wish
had 3 in the fall and 3 in the spring.
Or,
You want
like-
more than that.
Yeah, I want more than that, but I wish we had fall events too.
Oh, you want? Yeah, you've always been a fan of, like, if you have 12 events, have 2 or 3 in the fall, 2 or 3 in the winter, 2 or 3 in the spring, 2 or 3 in the summer.
Spread it out throughout the year.
See, I'm a guy that likes to just like not fish for a couple months, but I know I'm the weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm the weirdo.
You just don't want to work. He's like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting at.
All right. All right. You, a couple questions. It is time for questions. We got about 15 minutes, so it's a free for all for questions now, guys, gals. Anything you want to chit chat about, let us know. I've got some questions kind of in the box here that I'm gonna start going through, and we'll try to hit on as many as we can before 8 o'clock. And we got to leave time for that trivia giveaway because it's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
good one tonight.
All right, Matt, I got you one from Keith Wood.
All right.
He said, not running any of the live forward-facing sonar, what graphs would you suggest for just 2D down and side scan and contour mapping?
There is a there's a 9-inch Lowrance bundle that you can get. And forgive me if I don't know the actual, you know how they all have letters and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a 9-inch Lowrance HDS bundle that you can get that you don't, doesn't include the forward-facing sonar. Now, the forward-facing sonar, this is my suggestion, Keith. If you're not running any of the now he said he didn't want forward-facing sonar. He just wants mapping.
Yeah, he
and-
said not running any of the live systems.
Okay.
Like the Mega Live
Okay.
and whatever,
Okay.
Lowrance
So
and Garmin's.
I would still look at investing because the live, whether it's Humminbird, Lowrance, whatever, you do Active Target, you can go Garmin, whatever it is. I would still look at getting a unit that has the capabilities of adding it later. Because that is a separate deal. I mean, I know it's like $1,500 more or whatever
Right.
it is to add those deals. I would still look at getting a unit that has the capability to add it later, because the last thing you want to do is get this unit, you have your 2D, your side scan, your down scan, but you don't have the capabilities of adding forward-facing sonar. If it's just for your console, that's one thing, but if you're putting one on the front and the console, I'd make sure the one on the front has the option to add that later, just because I think you might regret it if you get in that position.
I agree. That's a great point Matt makes. And I know with the excuse me, with Humminbird, all of the graphs that are mega side imaging and mega down imaging capable are also capable of running the Mega Live. So if you you were to decide you wanted that in the future, it would just be as simple as getting a transducer, like the graph, because if that graph is in, obviously you said 2D and down imaging and side scan, if it's capable of doing side imaging, it's compatible with the Humminbird Mega Live too.
Right. And give me just a second, Brian, if you want to jump on another question. I'm going to try to find that for you because
Yeah,
I had
and
somebody message me and ask me the exact same question like a week or two ago on Facebook, and
there
I
you go.
sent them the exact
gotcha.
details. So I'm gonna try to look that up if you want to jump on another question.
Yeah, I'll go on with that. On with the contour mapping. Humminbird just released a new chip for all the Humminbird products. It's got an awesome shaded relief feature on it. You've actually got Google Earth overlays you can use with it. So it's a pretty neat deal on that new chip they've got. So, and that'll go on any graph, capable of doing the mapping, which pretty much all graphs now have that GPS built in and the mapping function. It's just as simple as getting a Lake Master chip. But I think hands down the Lake Master chips are the best. That's what I think.
Yeah, and it
I know
I've
a lot of
seen
guys that
run
run
both.
That run, even though they don't run Humminbird products, they've got a Humminbird tucked away with a Lake Master chip.
It is no secret, and what Brian just said is true. Like, I run Lowrance units, Brian runs Humminbird units. I have found myself to where, I'll run an iPad, iPhone, whatever. I've actually got the Lake Master app on this phone right here because, as a professional angler, you want to use it.
You want to
I
have
have
everything.
seen where some of the new C maps are better than the Lake Master.
Oh, yeah.
On specific lakes, and I've seen where the Lake Master is better than the C map. So, in a perfect world, you're going to run all of the above, right?
Right.
Back to running. If you're looking at a console unit, you're not concerned with the forward-facing sonar. That bundle I was talking about is the Lowrance Elite 9 bundles, and those are the ones that come with the 3-in-1 transducers. So these are bundles that you can get for under $1,000. I know he mentioned under $1,000, the Elite 9s, but if you want to step up to something that does have the live capabilities, the forward-facing capabilities, you are definitely going to be spending well over that.
Yeah.
Either way you go. So
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
but that gives you an option to look at. But look at the Elite 9 bundles. Scott, he asked if I had ever made the run from the Sabine to Houston for the better quality of fish, and is it worth it? I'm a out of Canterbury picks on me sometimes, but I'm a very conservative angler as far as how I make my how I kind of map out my game plans. I try to take
The least amount of risk.
I try to take the least amount of risk. I'm a very calculated angler, and sometimes that bites me as far as, can I make a top 30? Sure. Did I ever have a chance of winning the tournament? No. And I accept that. But sometimes it ends up playing out to where, hey, I'm in position to win the tournament now.
Yeah.
And the reason that is because, the guys that do make those big gambles, you're talking about running from, Orange to Houston. That's a big
That can
gamble.
take you out of the classic.
That could
in one
completely
tournament.
take you out of the whole year, the points,
Yep.
AOI race, everything. So it's the same with locking. I hate to lock. If I have to lock, that's one thing. If I think the entire field's locking, sure, let's do it.
Right.
If I think 50% of the field's locking, and I can compete, stay competitive on the body of water that I'm launching in, then I like to try to consider that.
See, that furthers my point of there should never be bass tournaments on anything that's got river in the name of it.
Because, 90% of those involve locks or tidal water.
Exactly.
Or long runs across salt water, basically.
So anywhere that's got river in the name should not have a bass tournament.
That's they have to diversify though, right? Like they have to.
I know, but
I get like it would not be like if we went to places like St. Clair for every single tournament, or there's an argument to be made.
You look at a river event and like
they're fun to watch now.
They are, but it's almost like the best fisherman doesn't necessarily win. It's whoever took the
craziest?
most risk and did the stupidest thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes.
like 50% of them, whoever does the stupidest, craziest thing wins.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know. That's not. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Well, we have to. So in our sport, one of the hardest things is entertaining while you are engaging fans and viewers by diversifying what you're doing, right? Yeah. Like repetition to me becomes boring. Yeah. Like smallmouth tournaments, they're hard for me to watch. I like watching bass fishermen tournaments. I love growing up watching bass fishing tournaments. Too. But you know what my favorite tournament? Okay, two of them. My two favorite tournaments on the Elite Series to go back and watch are the Sabine River and the Neely Henry tournament. And here's why. Because, well, they were both shallow water deals. Yeah. It didn't involve a bunch of forward-facing sonar and guys throwing at fish all day, right?
That is boring.
It involved shallow water target fishing, fluctuating water, long runs, short runs, and every technique in the box that applied to anything 5 foot or less. And that was, to me, I could, as a fan of the sport, along with an angler, I could stay more engaged and entertained when you set that up like that.
That is very true.
Now, you can take lakes like Norman and Beaver, places where they're not rivers that fluctuate and do crazy things, and they're still...
Beaver fluctuates.
I take that back. I mean, yeah, that was a bad example.
I think it might have been the last event I fished at Beaver. I remember the championship day, I made the top 10, and we get there that morning before blast off, and I think it's Bill Taylor. He comes running down to all of us. He says, guys, everything above the bridge is off limits because the water came up so high you can't get under the bridge. And he started laughing and walked off. Lord have mercy.
Well, John Gavin Dellinger, John wanted to know if you know where y'all are launching for Red Crest at Norman. Do you know?
I don't know yet. I don't know if they've announced a tournament ramp yet.
I'm going to have to assume
I'm going to say
Blythe.
It's going to be Blythe. Yeah, that's where most of all your bigger events go out of. I know the Riley's Cup went out of Blythe, didn't it? Yeah, and all the other FLW tournaments and Bass Opens that have been there have all went out of Blythe. So that's what I'm going to assume for now.
I can't help, and I'm not laughing at you, Martin. It's just the question that Martin asked because he obviously probably hasn't watched the show for the past 3 years. The Demiki bait that Brian has won the most money on. I'm sure some of the other
I'll
viewers...
let Matt answer that. Let's let Matt
let
answer
Tyler answer that.
Yeah,
I mean, let the
true.
viewers answer
Jeff
that.
Can answer that.
Y'all let...
We can name size, bait, and color.
y'all let Martin
Let's
know.
hear it. Let's see if you're right.
Yeah. Oh, color too?
Oh, yeah. Size, bait, and color.
Well, now, do I have to be like exact on the color? Or
Yes.
Okay, watermelon candy.
Yeah.
Stinger.
Yeah.
6-inch.
No.
5-inch.
No.
4-inch.
Yes.
Well, it was 1 of 3. I had one on angle
The
and already got
4-inch
Stinger.
Demiki Stinger, watermelon candy.
Why did I say 6-inch? That's the biggest one.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's stupid.
But I
Sorry.
have won a lot of money. I won like 90 grand on it. Well, y'all are going there. I'm going to say it anyway. You want me to say it? Don't say it.
No,
You
I already know
it.
where it is anyway. You don't have to say it.
You don't want his competitors.
Yeah. All right. Given the time of the year when we go, I'm assuming the elites. I don't think y'all don't go to Murray next year, do you?
Yes, we do.
Okay. When do y'all go to Murray?
I think we're there the first week of April.
Okay, we go there like the last week of April.
Yeah.
So Jerry wanted to know, will forward-facing sonar play given the time of year we're there? I will go out on a limb and say it'll play a lot more while we are there than it will when they are there. And the only reason I say that, because
I agree.
I think that will be more, I'm just guessing, more of a spawn, late pre-spawn deal. First week of April?
Yeah, first week of April.
And we're last week of April.
Yeah.
I think we'll be more of a late spawn. No, we might be the third week of April. Heron spawn type deal.
Yep.
The heron spawn type deal when you could see it play a lot.
Yeah.
So
I think it's going to play in both of them for sure.
Well, now guys are bed fishing with forward facing sonar
like
too.
it's definitely going to play in both of them. And I agree with Matt. I don't think it's going to play as much when the Bass Pro Tour is there as it will when the Elite Series is there.
Yeah. So that's a good question, and it's always.
I hope it doesn't play at all.
I'm not going to disagree with that, not one bit. Mike Harris said he can't do much of talking about the Neely Henry tournament. No, but the reason I like the Neely Henry tournament because I have never fished an event in my entire career, and I don't think Brian has, where half the lake is 4 feet high, and half the lake, all connected, not divided by a lock, is 4 feet low.
That's crazy.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is crazy. What's the water doing? It's like at a 45 going down the lake.
That's what I thought. I'm like, so where's the waterfall, y'all? Where's the pipe that it's running out of? And what happens is the upper end of Neely, which runs to the bottom end, and there's some S turns where it really necks down.
Oh, so it holds it up.
Correct. It backs it up. So, dude, this was wicked. Like, it was like flooding at the ramp and 4 feet low at the dam.
Dude, that's crazy.
It was. So you had the choice. Do you want to fish falling water or rising water?
That's crazy.
What would you do?
And then you could fish like extreme current in the turns.
Correct. Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
So that's the reason I said that was a cool tournament. You literally saw like 10 different techniques, 10 different it was just crazy. Like, it was really, really crazy tournament. You really had to adapt on the fly, and you had to keep and I mean, I caught fish on the upper end and the lower end, but it was like, you know, like totally different scenarios, you know.
Right.
Very interesting tournament. Very interesting tournament. I don't really, I mean, I finished fifth in that event. I say I really don't want to fish an event like that again.
Say you did good.
But it was kind of like mind blowing. Like, you're running through this little deal and you get down there and like, oh, that dock's out of the water over there.
Yeah.
You run back up there and the willow grass is under the water. You know, so very interesting scenario. So, all right, let's pick 2 more questions, Thrift, and then we'll go to our trivia deal.
All right, 2 more questions.
I got one right here if you don't.
Well, if you got one, let's go with it.
All right, T1D Steve said, if you had to choose one boat.
Oh, yeah, I was just reading that.
One boat for big water, and I'm assuming he means big water only, St. Clair, St. Lawrence, Erie, etc. Would you choose a bass boat or a center console with a nice Carolina flare? I've never seen center consoles at the local BFL big water events. I tell you exactly what I would do, and I would get one of the big Ranger V boats.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would
was
do.
Thinking. I'd get one of those big high-sided Rangers.
22 or 23 footer.
Yep.
High side
Get at it.
fiberglass Ranger. I don't like a center console for multiple reasons, but those boats, the Ranger V boats, are set up a little bit more geared more towards bass fishing anyway.
Yeah, it's
and
like
they'll
a
take
mix
rough
between
water.
bass and walleye.
Right, and they'll take rough water very, very well. That's actually what a lot of those locals up there. I think Clapper used to fish out of one of those. Joe Baylog used to fish out of one of those. That's what a lot of those local guys fished out of for years, and had a lot of success with it. You can still make those big runs on those places when they get down.
Cadillac
nasty.
along, run 25, 30 mile an hour, just cruising along.
Yep.
That'd be so nice, wouldn't it?
Mike, you're right. The Coosa River is a totally different beast. Let's see. Last question here. I'm gonna go back to Jamie Juice. It's really not a question. It's more of a topic / question. It's interesting though. He said, "What if there was a tournament where lure choice was limited with a random draw where competitors got to choose other competitors' lure choices?"
Oh, that would be kind of fun.
I mean, that would be wicked.
That would be fun because we all have an idea what the other anglers supposed. I guess what they're the
What their
best
preference
with.
would be, yeah.
What their preference would be, what's in their wheelhouse. So you'd be trying to choose something that they don't like to throw. So that would be fun. That would be very fun.
Last little comment here, and then we'll jump into our trivia question. I know it's 8 o'clock. Bass and MLF should. This is an interesting point by SMT Scottster. Bass and MLF should mandate a console unit be linked to their forward-facing sonar. I believe it would add more entertainment than looking at the angler like he is taking a leak in the horizon. Well, I'm not going to disagree with that as much as I'll say the cameramen have kind of zoomed in and got up there when they're allowed to take a peek at Brian or whoever's fishing forward-facing sonar while they're actually actively casting at a fish and watching the fish react.
Right.
And that is really cool footage. But I think again it would become so repetitive that it would probably get boring.
That's all you would see.
Yeah, that's all you would see.
And
now,
that's
from
no
an
fun.
entertainment standpoint, or an educational standpoint, should I say,
Yeah.
it would give everybody the confidence that they need to go out there and purchase one and say, I know what I'm looking for. I know how it should look. I know how the fish is reacting.
Right.
I know how I need to do this. It would be a neat deal. But they do that some already, once they get up there on the front deck.
I couldn't do that because I don't link my graphs together.
Yeah, I'm still old school, and I still do. I don't really know why, but I do.
What?
I still have mine linked.
That's not old school. I'm old school.
Well, I mean, no, but I've done. I say old school because I've been linking them for 10 years now.
I know.
You know?
I've never linked.
I know, and that's funny because 20 years ago, what you it was unheard of. You know, it was unheard of. But all right, let's jump into our trivia questions. So, again, y'all, the trivia question for tonight is the giveaway is for the Bait Fuel Goodie Package, which is coming direct from American Bait Works, the Angler's Choice Custom Heavy Duty Weigh-In Bag. Our giveaway tonight is valued at well over $100, and a lot of really cool stuff to give away. So we,
you know the question and the answer.
I know the answer. I told Tyler to answer, didn't I? Yes, I did. Y'all weren't listening to me.
I don't know the answer, so you're. What did I do to my? What is going on here?
Okay. Well, Lord help
I
us
lost
if we
my
get this
comments.
wrong, because we'll get jumped on.
I lost all the comments.
You
I
lost
can't see-
everything?
I can't see any comments.
Jim just let us know.
What is going on here?
A Ranger SV DVX 522. So that is one
Tyler,
of
how
the.
do I get the comments back on here?
That is one of the boats we were talking about earlier.
Don't go that
One of the
way.
Deep V Rangers, fiberglass Rangers, one of the big boys.
Sideways.
Thrift is struggling. He's on the
I
struggle
got
bus over
something
here,
going
man.
on.
He keeps rotating his phone 180 degrees to
I
try
did
to
that.
get. You got it.
No.
I'm gonna in the
See,
meantime.
I did the same thing you just did.
In the meantime, I'm gonna text y'all what the answer to the trivia question is, so y'all know. So when you see it,
I can't see comments.
oh, can you not?
And I can't figure out, and nor can Tyler.
No, he's done broke it.
He's broke his phone. All right, Tyler, I texted to you. Help me find the winner
All
here.
right, Matt, you're going with the.
I'm going to be calling the
Because I
winners. The
can't
first
see
one
it.
that comes across my feed and Tyler's feed. Brian doesn't count because he doesn't have a feed anymore.
I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna close this down and just go again.
So here we go. Trivia question time for the Bait Fuel giveaway and the Angler's Choice Weigh Bag. I need to know who and how big was the biggest fish caught in the 22 Elite Series. That includes the Bassmaster Classic. The biggest fish caught during the 2022 Bassmaster Elite Series.
I'm back.
Who caught it and how big was it? And
Not where it was caught.
I need that, not where it was caught. We won't make them do three.
Just who and how.
Who and how big? What pro caught it and how big was the fish he caught? I need the name and the weight, and I need it in one text, y'all, like one message.
One message.
Don't break it up. If you break it up, you don't win. Do what? Yeah, and that's in pounds and ounces. I don't want like 10.72
Yeah,
or
we don't
something like
want-
that. Just give me like
we don't
10.7
want hundreds.
or what? Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're starting to get a bunch of them. There's a lot of really
They're
big
rolling
fish
through.
caught. So when I text Ronnie
There's
Moore
a lot
to
of
get this
Googling
answer.
going on right now.
Yeah, that's right. I text Ronnie Moore to get this answer. So if for some crazy reason this is wrong, everybody send Ronnie Moore a message on his Instagram page and let him know he screwed up the Let's Talk Fish trivia.
Totally Matt's fault.
Yeah,
Totally Matt's fault.
totally Matt's fault. It's always Matt's fault. I'm seeing some good answers here, but guys, we're paying attention this year. It's not. I'll give y'all a hint. It was not a 9-something. There was a lot of 9-pounders caught, but it was not a 9-something. And I'm going to get back to my text from Ronnie here.
Oh, now Matt's second guessing.
No, it's not a 9-something. I know it's not a 9-something. And I think somebody jumped on. Hey, if y'all see it, y'all let me know, okay? Because
I think I know the answer now. Let me look at the text.
I text you. I text you the
Yep,
answer.
I know
Okay.
the answer, and I can see
All
the
right, you got a
comments.
winner? You got a
Tyler
winner?
has a winner. There we go. I see it as well.
Yep. Okay. So I have got the same one. The answer is 11 pounds even, and it was John Cox.
What about Job Cox? Was it Job Cox?
Oh, Job.
We're going to let you slide with that,
I
Captain.
can't take that away from him
No.
due to a
No, I
technicality.
just thought it was
Job
funny.
Cox. I didn't even realize it said Job. Captain Lawson. Captain Lawson is our
Lawson.
winner.
B's beside the N on the keyboard.
It's true. That's true, Tyler. Is it on your phone too?
Yeah.
Okay. All keyboards are
Yes,
all
pretty
keyboards are
much
the same, right?
The QWERTY keyboard
I haven't
is the
taken
same.
keyboard since like I don't know, like 6th grade or something. Did y'all take keyboard? You probably didn't take. Did you take keyboarding?
I did.
Like,
I took keyboard class.
You took keyboarding?
Yeah,
Where
I
you
think
learned the home
we had a
keys and all
typing
that stuff?
yeah, we had a typing class.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Those classes don't exist anymore.
Well, no.
Yeah, because there's no keyboards
They
anymore.
do it at Kings Mountain.
Do they really?
They have like a computer class where you have to take and learn how to.
Yeah.
Like where the home keys are and everything? Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Well, I thought that was a thing of the past. Anyway, all right. So it was John Cox, 11 pounds. Captain Lawson, you are the champion. And yeah, it's close enough. Well,
Make
Job
sure
Cox,
you
John Cox.
send us a message, a private message with your address.
On our
at-
Facebook page.
On the face, yeah. You listen to Matt on this because I don't know.
Yeah, Captain Lawson, send us a PM, send us a message on our Facebook page of your shipping information, and we will send this over to American Bait Works and over to Angler's Choice, and they'll get this stuff out to you ASAP. All right, so that's a pretty good show.
That was a good show.
for a
And what I
free-for-all.
love most about this show is we got a topic for the next show.
Which is what? Oh, lure tweaking.
Lure
Sorry.
modifications and tweaking.
Lure modifications and tweaking. Like we just say lure tweaking or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, same thing.
Yeah. J-Man's got jokes. He said it wasn't Arey. Yeah. Again, back to my fishing approach.
Harry likes to get those big ones in the boat and then throw them back out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Nothing better than just tossing
It's
five
been
pounders.
long enough we can joke about that, can't we?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it. That joke will come back and haunt me years from now.
Yeah.
Somebody will bring it
I
back
mean,
up later.
that was
Pretty epic
that
loss.
was worse than me touching the $100,000 fish on the head and losing him.
Yeah, because
But
it was
it's
still in the
close.
water, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was still in the water, but I touched him. So-
I did more like a Jim Bitter did, like in the Bassmaster Classic. Remember when he
That's
dropped
true.
it and it bounced
Yeah.
off his console?
Yeah.
Except I dropped it. I just dropped it. Like, yeah, basically just toss it back in the water for whatever crazy reason. But anyway, technology with Thrift, new segment idea.
Oh, we get deep. We
We're
get
getting
deep.
deep. Man, we
would.
do have some good videos
Fishing
logged that we've
technology,
got to
not
get.
anything else.
Yeah, I've talked to Jeff about getting some of these videos logged on a membership only YouTube type deal. We got some good stuff, y'all. Like we got some good stuff that's recorded and saved.
It's all outdated now, though.
No, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it that'll never be outdated. But there's some of it might be. But
I
there's
mean,
a
they're
lot of
going to
it.
go watch the shows and they're like, God, Brian and Matt look really young. Matt didn't
Well,
have as much gray hair.
so, like, in
Brian
my
put
defense-
on 20 pounds.
Like when I joined the Elite Series, I really didn't have any gray hair, and I've only been on the Elite Series for 4 years.
Oh, you've had gray hair way longer.
No. I've got pictures in my pencil jersey in 2019 with no gray in my beard whatsoever and no gray. Isn't that bad? Isn't that
is bad.
bad?
That is
Like
bad.
4 years, just telling you, things change, man.
Wait, how old's Rim?
5. Oh, you. Wait. He looks at me and just nods his
Because
head.
it's second child syndrome.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised. Like, I used to not have any gray hair. And Cooper's 4 now.
You got gray hair.
And it's
So
it's
next year you'll look like Matt.
most likely. Most likely. And I'm going to
Tyler.
blame it on Cooper.
Tyler, your speaking privilege has been revoked.
They can't hear me. anyway.
Captain Lawson said it's his birthday, so go figure, right? He won the trivia.
Hey, there
tonight.
you go.
Yep. Well, happy birthday, Kyle. You got here late. We apologize. We're having to jump off, but yeah, that's right. You catch up tomorrow. This will go to podcast in the next day or two. It will be live on YouTube, so it'll be live on our channel, I guess, as soon as the show's over, right? All right. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in to show like number 100. I mean, how many is this, Tyler? You know, like 130, something
It's
like
a
that.
lot.
It's a lot. Not enough, but it's a lot. Because we owe y'all a few more shows, especially for 2022, and we'll get
We
on
do.
them as soon as we can. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. I know it's 10 after 8. We ran a little bit over, but had a good time. If you, hey, send this show out to all your buddies, friends, family members that are looking for a gift for that special angler and their family, because we've got our top 3 from myself and Thrift in this show.
Jeff just came in and said, "God, y'all doing overtime."
Yeah, we're running overtime. Thrift hadn't jumped on me. There might not
You
be
know
anybody's
why?
house. Why?
The kids are out of school tomorrow. So I don't have to rush. How they get to stay
It
up a little
comes out.
later.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We can't go fishing. We're going to sit right here on Tuesday nights and do what, Thrift?
Talk fishing.